Okay, what's up, y'all? So, I am Laura Nicole Dennis, and I have been saying for the longest time that I'm going to, get out of my comfort zone, stop thinking about it so hard, and, um, upload a video to YouTube. And I just honestly haven't done it, obviously, until now. And I'm trying to, yeah, just get out of that and do it. Honestly, though, it's like, well, I don't want to make excuses. Um, I'll say this: it's like before. So there's this is like my. It's like embarrassing to say, but I think this is maybe my third. No, it's probably fourth. Definitely my third for sure. Possibly fourth attempt to you know do this whole you know um, YouTubing thing, and it's like I don't know why I haven't really gone for it full throttle. I just haven't, but I promised myself I didn't necessarily make New Year's resolutions this year. In the past I have made New Year's resolutions, but the past few years I've been, particularly the last two, I've been trying more so to, well, 2 or 3 years, I've been trying to, instead of making a New Year's resolution, I've been trying to like make intentions for myself and taking the necessary steps to commit to them and yeah, and yield the results that I want. And that's yeah, um, just that's just been like a paradigm, if you will, for me for the last few years. And going into 2023, I told myself that you know 2023 I wanted to challenge myself to do at least one thing um, a week if I could, or a day, that is outside of my comfort zone. 1 to 3 things that's outside of my comfort zone, or that I've said that I was going to do, and maybe haven't gotten to it yet, or maybe I haven't stuck with it um, as I initially intended. So I'm doing YouTube as a way of challenging myself to keep that commitment to myself. So here I am. And this one I'm actually going to upload for real this time. And yeah, I want to talk about my hair. I'm really proud of it actually, because it's it was my hair type is it's I would say it is somewhere between I would say a 1C. Certain parts of it are 1B, but it's like 1C to like maybe a 2A if I had to define it. Um, yeah. And then, yeah, and maybe even a 2A is a stretch. Because my hair really isn't like, put it this way. Um, when I used to wear my hair pressed, um, unfortunately, I mean, this was for years, mind you, like the hairstylist that I had, and it's nothing against them at all, um, you know, it's like basically, let me say it this way: none of the hair care I've received in the past was rendered in a way where it was like I was clear on what my hair type was. Let me put it that way. The products that were used in my hair were too harsh. Whether it was a shampoo or a conditioner, or you know, a mist setting spray, holding spray, like all those years, and it took me years to come to this realization, were just too much for my hair type. And actually, for a long, long time, um, you know, you're talking 20 plus years of products that were too strong for my hair type, it actually over manipulated, if that's a thing, if that's a term, my hair to change. And it changed it from being, like I said, the 1B, 1C, maybe parts of it are maybe a 2A, but I would say it's ideally a 1B, 1C, to like a 3B, 3C, somewhere in there, which is fine. I think, honestly, all textures, I have an appreciation for them all. However, I do feel that it's just not in the hair client's best interest if the hair client just has no clue what their hair type is, and they're assuming that it's a texture that it's not based off of the products that's manipulating its original form or original texture. So that's something that took me years to fully understand and learn what does work for my hair and what doesn't, and what my actual hair type is, and why I thought my hair was a different texture for so long. And so anyway, with that said, for anyone with my hair type, and I'll put pictures, pop some here and there and explain with some visuals. But if there's anyone with my hair type that I need to charge this before it dies. If there's anyone with my hair type that, if there's anyone with my hair type that has locks, or that wants to grow locks, I strongly recommend that you try and do a combination of your own extensive research, if you have the bandwidth, and trusting yourself, honestly. Because when I was a kid, when I would have my hair, brushed or whatever in the morning growing up, it's like, nothing fancy was used on my hair. And when I say nothing fancy, I'm literally talking water and cocoa butter lotion. That's it. And, as I got older, I didn't understand, I thought my hair texture changed, to be honest. I was like, oh, my hair went for, I would remember talking to my friends, you just naturally talk about your hair or whatever. Growing up, particularly in middle school and high school, saying oh yeah, well, my hair, as a kid was, XYZ, and then, now it's XYZ or whatever. And so it's I just didn't get it. And so for years, I thought that, that my hair just went through a phase, but then I thought it was weird, where, for the first, I don't know, 9-10 years of my life, it's my hair was good, was not good enough. That sounds bad, but that's a whole other topic, especially in the Black community. But I thought my hair was not good. What words I want to use? I just, like I said, I thought it was just get up and go. There we go. What do I want to say? For years I thought my hair was get up and go. And then when I was around 10 years old, that was when I had my first press, not by, choice, or anything like that. It just, anyway, that's a conversation for another day, or that's maybe another video that I may or may not go into the details of that. But anyway, and so from that point, I believe there was a period of maybe a few years where, it's I know I wasn't getting it done all the time or anything. And then by the time I was I would say 13, I was getting my hair done at the salon, shampoo, press, and curl, like on a regular basis. And, like every 2 weeks, if it was feasible. And sometimes, at the most, maybe once a month, but ideally every two weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks max. And so, even though my hair was, well, they say fried, dyed, and laid to the side. That's like an old school term for just your hair is on point, it's looking fly, and dyed, literally. But, but even there was a time, particularly in the 90s, where even if your hair wasn't dyed, if it just looked really, really good, someone might still say fried, dyed, and laid to the side. That was just like a thing to say back then. But well, shout out to my millennials and Gen Xers. But yeah, so so I went through that whole period, and then it wasn't until I was in my 30s. I'm 38 years old now. It wasn't until I was like maybe like 30. Oh gosh, I don't know, 33, 35. No, that's wrong. 34 maybe. When I learned that that I had been misled for 20 plus years about my hair type, or had the wrong impression, however you want to call it. So anyway, at this age, now that I know at 38, I'm certain that like this is my hair type, and it's like it's helped me. I would say it's helped me tremendously. I don't know if you can see the top. So like this is my hair from the top, and then I'm gonna pop in like pictures too. But I'm really proud of like the growth, because honestly, like growing locks with this hair type it can be challenging, I'm not gonna front, but at the same time it's like exciting, because one of the things I love about it is there aren't, at least let me say this, I haven't seen a lot of people with my hair type with locks. I just haven't. I've seen, of course, we've all seen 4C, we've seen 4B, we've seen 4A, we've even seen 3C, 3B, 3A. But once you get into the 2s and below, you just don't really see it. You don't. You don't see it nearly as frequently as 3 and below. And yeah, so it's definitely a journey. It's a bit fuzzy for 2 reasons. One, so one thing that's helped me with frizz or fuzziness, some of it is the maturation of the locks. Is your locks mature? The frizziness does subside some over time. I've been growing mine since, this is January 2023. I've been growing mine since June of 2021. So early June of 2021. So it takes patience, and too, when you have my hair type or similar, please be gentle with yourself and with your hair about your expectations, because your hair is going to do what it wants to do. Like it just is. And I'll pop up some pictures, but like I started my locks honestly with very, very, when I say very fine, I mean extremely fine, or thin, if you will, braids, honestly, like skinny little, were they braids or twists? I'm pretty sure they were braids, because when I did it, I tried to do the twist route, I think, or for a few of them, and they just like literally came apart, because my hair is just that fine. And so yeah, it came apart, and so I was like, great, perfect. And it was like really annoying. I basically had to start over, and it was like a 3 to 7 day process for me to, wash. I don't, did I deep condition or regular condition? I know I conditioned. Wash, I'll just say wash, condition, oil my scalp, and rebraid my hair for locks. So that's the method I used. I did not go to a loctician. I started these myself. I thought about it. I did extensive research into a loctician. I live in in the Los Angeles area. But honestly, it was like the price for me, and like I was like, oof, like I just couldn't do it. And then to be honest with you, I felt like even if I did, want to go that route, or I just was like, why would I, when I can, go on YouTube and like figure it out for myself? And again, that's not to in any way knock anyone who started their locks with a loctician. Actually, I recommend it, because if you can do it, if you have the bandwidth, and I mean the bandwidth 360, go for it. But if you don't, I feel like there's nothing wrong with doing it yourself. That's okay. That's what I did. And that also has been a journey. I've also feel like I've learned a lot more doing them myself, starting them myself, and then maintaining them myself, versus me going to a loctician, because, as we all know, or many of us know, trial and error is really the best way to learn just about anything. And for me, especially having the journey that I did, going from, having my hair pressed for, gosh, yeah, 26 years, basically. That's a long time. And so I just feel like, and I don't even count, I mean, there was a period where I had my hair shaved. I don't know if you want to call it a buzz cut. I guess that's what it was. But I had, I just completely I cut all of my hair. And it just was something that I need to do for myself. I had always wanted to see what I look like, you know, just, free in that sense. And, it was great. It was a great experience. I would do it again if I felt led to, but honestly, I don't. I just I haven't felt led to do that. I'm really trying to flow and whatever God tells me to do. I really, really try really hard to heed His voice in every way possible. And so, yeah, God has been like, nah, babes, like, you're not cutting your hair, like, ever. So, like, if my locks someday are, past my shoulders, past, wherever, it's like, I'm fine with that. I'd be totally at peace with that. And so, I'm cool with that. And I feel like I'd be comfortable and happy with that. So, yeah. But I don't really know what else to say other than, I hope that over time I can, make videos. Well, one of these days I would love to have like, be able to have like a really great setup and everything. But, I feel like it's, everything isn't going to be perfect all the time. And sometimes the more you worry about, something being exactly how you have it in your mind, then, I don't know. It's like you may or may not ever get the will or the gall to do it. And so that's how I feel right now anyway. It's like, I'm like, let me just go for it with, this whole video online, YouTube, because, I know my personality. I'm a Sagittarius through and through. November Sag to be specific, because November and December Sages are very different. But in case anyone didn't know, but yeah, as a November Sag, it's like I know myself. I feel like I know myself very well, and and with certain things, it's like, yes, I can have tunnel vision and see it through, um, and you know see it through. And then with other things, it's like, and it has to be not only seeing it through, but like see it through exactly how I envisioned it, like no exceptions. And then sometimes with my personality, it's like, I can't. I don't feel like I should, but I could, but I don't feel like I should always do that, because I feel like the more I'm like, oh, it has to be exact like this, then, I mean, this is a perfect example, right? Like I said earlier in the video, this is my third, possibly fourth attempt to, start this channel. And I first tried to start it, I know it was definitely 2022, might have even been 2021, and here we are in January of 2023. So you see what I mean? It's like, 'cause I was like, oh, well, it needs to be perfect. Oh, I need to have the lighting set up just right. Oh, I need to have, that Sony whatever camera and all. And it's just like, someday, sure. But for right now, I'm going to use what I have. And I do have an SLR. But it's like, that's really, yes, I can do video on it, but I like to do just photography on it. So there's that. But then again, like I said, there's still the whole lighting part. And from the quality of videos I've seen, the YouTubers with like 500,000 subscribers and up, it's like their setup is amazing, and that's so awesome. And God willing, I'm praying that I'll be able to do that someday. But for right now, I'm just gonna work what I have, and be grateful. And I feel like in my opinion, one thing about God is the more grateful you are for what He gives you, and working with what you have, then He'll bless you with more. And I really believe in that. So yeah, but anyway, I thought I put my earring on backwards, but I didn't. Okay, but yeah, so if anyone has any questions about what I use on my hair, I'm happy to talk about that. Honestly though, it's not much. I mean, it's like, I don't really do anything super fancy with it. I use coconut oil. There is a product that I'm working on, an oil for locks. You can also use it, for other things too, but I'll go into that maybe in another video. But it's a product that I started working on last year, and I haven't made another batch yet. Thus far, I've made 2 batches. The first batch, did I like the first batch or second batch better? But I know one batch I preferred over the other. And then now, I definitely need to make another batch, but I haven't yet. But right now, while until I make another batch, I'm just using coconut oil and olive oil, like olive oil more so for my edges, and then coconut oil for my hair, and then I'll use sometimes a combination of both for my scalp. It just depends. But yeah. But anyway, I didn't mean for this video to be so long, but I don't know, it's 25 minutes long. But yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm super hungry. But yeah, but really proud of my locks. I will do another video where I like break down and explain more, but I don't want to have this one be too long. So I guess I will, see y'all hopefully in the next one. I'm gonna try to commit to I don't know if I can do one a week, but maybe I can try to do 2 a month, maybe, like, or bi-weekly. We'll see, but I don't want to like put too much pressure on myself because I do have a lot of things that I'm trying to get done, a lot that I'm working on, and you know, I don't want to pull myself into too many different directions, but yeah, but I'm really excited to see where this channel goes. I mean, I really don't know. I don't have any expectations. I'm really more so just well, I shouldn't say that. That's not positive enough. We'll see where this goes. How about that? I'm excited to see wherever this channel takes me. And yeah, and also too, one thing I want to say before I in the video is that I also really love makeup. I love hair. I'm not into, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not into the, you know how everyone right now is into like this like contouring and intense bronzing and like highlighting to the point of no return. That's just not, I'm not that girl. Yes, occasionally I will put a little bit of highlighter, but 9 times out of 10, like, I'm like, Lauren, that's not you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it just, like, today I don't have on any highlighter. It just, I don't know. I appreciate how modern it looks, but it just, and also too, I don't really like to do what everyone else does. I don't, you know, so I like to have my own vibe, my own thing going on. So, yeah, I don't know about the highlighter, but I do think it's nice when it's like subtle. And even with like contouring and bronzer, like I think you can look beautiful. Like I mean, I have a little bit of, it's like you can't even really tell because I barely put any on, but it's like I used a little, the next 3 steps to sculpt. I used the dark brown and the medium of that. But I didn't use that much. But yeah, so anyway, it's just not really, put it like this, I don't reach for those things all the time. Let me make it crystal clear. Like I'll use it maybe occasionally, but I'm not one of those people. I said I would end the video and I'm still talking, but I won't let it go past 30 minutes. But I'm not one that's just like kind of going in, you know. But anyway, I'll probably cut that last part out. I don't know. I might keep it. I don't know. This is just, I'm just testing the waters here. I really don't know. But on that note, I hope that everyone has a great rest of the week. I hope that everyone is able to stay focused on whatever your goals are, whatever you're hoping for. I strongly believe in praying for things and then also doing the work so you can actually see it come into your life if it's God's will for your life. I really, really believe in that. I know everyone has different beliefs, and I strongly believe in not being one of those people that like pushes anything onto anyone. But I do feel that whatever you believe, and however you choose to pray, I do believe that if you stay steadfast in your heart and in your spirit as to what you're hoping for, I do believe it can happen for you. You know, if the universe, if God, if it's really meant to be in your life, and if it's really going to take you to that next level, I do believe you can have it. I really believe in that. I mean, I'm living proof, as cliche and corny as that might sound. I really am living proof of that. Like maybe someday I'll share, you know, my story, you know, on here. I don't know. I'm getting emotional even thinking about it. Don't want to be crying on my first published video, but I have a really, sometimes I'm like, wow, like, did that really happen? Because it's like, honestly, if somebody told me all the things that I've been through, I wouldn't believe them. I just wouldn't, because it's like, ain't nobody been through all that. But you know, but I do know that, you know, a lot of people who have like a special calling on their life, God just has them to, you know, really go through a lot of stuff. I've heard it too many times from Steve Harvey. Gosh, who else? Tyler Perry. The list goes on and on. But there's a lot of people who are doing really, really well. Even Oprah, who are doing extremely well now. Who went through some crazy. I mean, like oh my gosh, things. And and God has His hand on them. God bless them. So, and is continuing to bless them. So, you know, and I pray that God continues to give me the strength and blesses me to just stay focused and leads me in the best way. So anyway, I pray for all of you, whomever is watching. It'll probably be like one person to start. I don't know, but that's okay. But I'll be praying for you and praying that God blesses you in the way that you need it most. And I guess I'll see y'all next time. Bye.